EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go, 46, 46. Good. 26, 26.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson, and down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Rosen to throw on second down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And past the 30, down to about the 27. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the ground, it's Thompson. Got some room at the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Prescott, he's got his man, it's Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Kill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A beautiful fake. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Thompson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And that'll set them back 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Here we go, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, what a move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Prescott. Just keeping the play alive. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Switch, hey. 46. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They run with Logan. Finding room inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So we're going to 50 for 1 hit. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
46.
Prescott to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 3rd. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Detroit! Detroit!
after the interception. Here's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Rosen. And Anderson's got it. Avoids him at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On play action, Rosen. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Robert Nckinnis in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch 35. Watch 45. 46.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Nckinnis St. Brown. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott yet again. And he will find his man on the outside. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So we've come to... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. Well, they're going to take over right. Right there at the 22-yard line. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
4 down. Check. What do you think? Like 7. 26.
They'll run with Thompson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Hey, 47. Get out.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott is going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Prescott is going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They go again with Collins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it here with Logan. Finding some room at midfield. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Cardinals add on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Gun.
First down, Prescott. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on second and 10. On the left side, Gallup's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And an alley to run. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Second down, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nckinnis St. Brown with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. This is Collins on the handoff. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Come on, let's go. White, 90.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Switch and 8. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
We got 3. Here you go. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. Gun. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. On the carry, it's Logan. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run again with Logan. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Rosen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Switch and 8. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their time.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And not much running room. Down to the 32. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Found his target, it's Anderson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go, 46. Switch, and 26.
Prescott from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Dancing to his left. And he's got it to Hearns. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hearns, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And he puts it through. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. This is Logan. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3.
3 down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Gun. I got 19. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now Collins, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.